students, welcome back. So in the previous video we have discussed about the order of the reaction and what are the different examples of that, and then we have seen what are the units of rate constant for the different orders of the reaction. Now we'll learn the next term related to the effect of concentration on the rate of the reaction. So this is the second term, molecularity of a reaction. So as the name suggests, molecularity, it means molecules are related. Okay, so according to collision theory, this will be studying in detail also in this chapter. Collision theory, when the molecules are taking part, or you can say reactant molecules are taking part in the reaction, so they should come close to each other and you can say collide with one another. Okay, then only you can say the product formation is taking place. Otherwise, if they will not come together, they will not collide with one another, and how the product gets formed. So it means the molecules, whatever is getting involved, whatever the reactant species is there, they have to come together and then they have to collide with one another so that they can lead to the formation of the product. So according to collision theory, reactant molecules should come closer to each other and collide with one another to form the product. Okay, then only the product will formation will takes place. So what is molecularity here? Molecularity is defined as the number of reactant molecules or ions or atoms. Okay, number of molecules, ions or atoms that must colloid with one another simultaneously. Okay, at that time only simultaneously this has to take place. Simultaneously okay, as to result into a chemical reaction. So this is the important point regarding molecularity. This is the definition of this, and this word is very, very important. Yet simultaneously they must colloid with one another. So whatever the number of reactant molecules, either ion, atom or molecule, whatever is there, they must collide with one another simultaneously. Okay, so then only they can result into a chemical reaction. Okay, so this is molecularity. Now molecularity also, it can be of different types, like order we have seen, first order, zero order, like that. So here it depends upon the number of reactant species. Suppose if reactant species is 1, so it will be unimolecular. If 2, bimolecular. If 3, trimolecular or termolecular, like that. So accordingly, the reaction can be of that particular molecularity. So based on number of molecules, and here it is molecularity. See, number of molecule is 1, 0 is not possible, otherwise the product will not get formed. So 1 is unimolecular reaction, 2 bimolecular, 3 trimolecular, 4 tetramolecular. Theoretically, molecularity can be greater than 4, but actually in actual practice it's not possible. Fine. Like if so many molecules they come together, then it's not possible that they all are colliding simultaneously. If they are not colloiding, only the number is more, then in that case they will not lead to the formation of product. Fine. So you can say molecularity, 4 molecularity is very rare, very rare. Otherwise up to 3 it's possible. Up to 3 molecularity is possible. Okay, like you can say, like if suppose in our day-to-day life, if we have seen that whenever accident takes place, suppose if the so many cars, like one car from this side, that side, that side, so many cars, they are colliding with one another. Okay, so there is a less chance for the accident, or the you can say less chances in that case that car will get damaged. Okay, because they are coming together, so many of them coming together, so its chances are rare that the accident will takes place. Fine, because in that case it depends whether they are every car has collided with one another or not. So in same here with the molecules, are they really colliding? If the simultaneously effective collision will be there, we'll talk about the theory later on. Simultaneously effective collision will be there, then only the product will get formed, otherwise no formation of the product. So it's like that, you can say. Fine. Okay, so this is about molecularity. Now let's see the different examples. Molecularity, like we have seen, the order of reaction is an experimental quantity, but molecularity is not an experimental quantity. It can be easily determined theoretically from the reaction, that is from the stoichiometric coefficient. So it can be determined from the reaction, that is the stoichiometric coefficients involved, that is the molecularity. Let's see the example. Say decomposition of O2 F2 gives you O2 plus F2. So here, what is the rate here? Okay, this depends what is the order, that we don't know. So molecularity is here 1, as one molecule is involved. So this is unimolecular reaction. For example, let's see the another reaction. This is the example. Let's see the another example. Another example is H2. Decomposition of HI gives you what? H2 plus I2. Here the molecularity is, it's bimolecular, because 2 molecules of reactant are involved. Similarly, the reaction like 2NO plus O2 gives you what? 2NO2. Okay, so here molecularity is 3. Trimolecular, as 3 species are involved. In some cases you will find, note that it is possible that order and molecularity are same. Order and molecularity of a reaction are same in few cases. That is by chance only, that experimental values are matching with the theoretical one, but otherwise it's not equal. That's why when we have defined the order of the reaction, we have mentioned this thing, that alpha and beta, they can be or they may be equal to A or B, or may not be equal to A or B. So this happens with a few reactions, that they both are equal. Molecularity is also same and order is also same. Okay, that second order or bimolecular, fine, but otherwise always we can't say that it is equal. So this is about the molecularity. Now the thing is that how to determine the molecularity? Every step is having molecularity. Let's see that. So let's talk about, in case of simple reactions. Simple reactions means which proceeds or which takes place only in one step. There are 2 types of reactions. One is simple, one is complex. Simple reaction is also known as elementary reaction. Means takes place only in one step. Fine. And complex reaction takes place in more than one step. This is a difference. So, in case of simple reactions, elementary reaction, if the reaction is only taking place in one step, so molecularity is simple. Molecularity is depends upon that step only, one step only. But here in case of complex reaction, as it's a series of steps, so molecularity does not depend upon all the steps. It depends only on one step. So let's see that with the help of mechanism of the reaction. Okay, so in complex reaction, molecularity, how it can be determined. So let's see mechanism of the reaction. What is mechanism? Mechanism of the reaction means that how that particular reaction is taking place, and this mechanism we can say it is only on the basis of experiment. Okay, on the basis of experimental evidence. Experimental evidence mechanism can be proposed. It's only based on imagination. Let's consider the reaction. Decomposition of N2O5 gives you 4NO2 plus O2. This is the reaction. Fine. Now, if we write the rate, this is, I think, reaction is of first order here. This we have discussed earlier also, that it is a first order reaction. Yes, it is a first order reaction. Fine. So let's see, it is of what is the molecularity of this. So we have to prove this. We have to prove this, that how it is of first order. So only you can say on the basis, this is experimental part only, order of reaction. So mechanism can be proposed here. So it means here the reaction is taking place not only in single step. This is not the actual reaction. Here we have shown in the combined step. Now let's see the mechanism here. It takes place in more than one step. So let's see step 1. So in step 1, N2O5 gives you NO2 plus NO3. This is the first step and this is a slow step. Okay. Then next is again N2O5 reacts with the NO3, which is getting formed over here. Then you will get again NO2, 3NO2 plus O2. This is the second reaction, which is very fast. Okay. Now if we want to write the rate of the reaction, this is step 2. Write down the rate for this, but you will get K N2O5. Fine. And here rate is what? N2O5 NO3. But in starting only, we have discussed this thing that we are studying the kinetics of only moderate reactions. We are not studying the kinetics of very fast reaction nor very slow reaction, so it's not possible to study. Only we are studying the mechanism of, kinetics of only that intermediate, that moderate reactions. Okay. So here one is fast and one is slow. See, this is moderate reaction only, but in that, on further subdividing, the steps are there. So those steps we are comparing, that one is step is slow as compared to the other one. Fine. So fast reaction kinetics cannot be studied, so this will be ignored. So rate, you can see rate of reaction or molecularity is do not depend upon this particular reaction. So molecularity of the reaction depends upon the slow step, that is rate determining step, or you can say that rate of reaction depends only on the slowest step. That's why we know that kinetics can be studied. So this first step is known as RDS. Very, very important. What is RDS here? Rate determining step. This is very, very important. That this particular step, that slowest step, is the rate determining step, slowest step, which will determine the rate of the reaction. Now from this step we can easily calculate the molecularity, or we can easily predict the molecularity of the reaction. Now in the step 1, how many molecules are getting involved? Only one reactant molecule. So it means molecularity is 1 here. So that's why this reaction is unimolecular and it's of first order also. So here you just see molecularity and order, they both are equal. Okay, so this can be equal also. So let's see. When you combine both the reactions, what you will get? You will get back this reaction only. Let's combine N2O5, NO2 plus NO3. These were the reactions. Then NO2 again reacts, NO3 reacts with N2O5, next molecule, NO2 3 NO2 plus O2. When you will add these, this will get cancelled out. You will get N2O5 2 gives you 4NO2. That is this reaction. So this reaction consists of 2 steps. So it's not a elementary reaction, it's a complex reaction taking place in more than 1 step. So what is order here? Order is 1. And what is molecularity? That is 1 only, unimolecular. So here order is equal to molecularity for this reaction. Fine. So this is about molecularity and the mechanism of the reaction. Let's see one more mechanism. Okay. So in this way you can say mechanism can be proposed, and it is all totally based on experimental evidence. So let's see. Let's take one more example. I think it's clear to everyone what is the slowest step and what is the role of that. The slowest step is the rate determining step. So we'll see one more example. Let's take reaction of NO2 reacts with O2 gives you what? NO2 with F2 gives you NO2F. It's balanced now. So if you want to write down the rate of this reaction, we have found that I think this reaction is third order. We have taken this example I think in third order reaction. So let's see whether it's actually third order or not. So let's see its mechanism. So NO2 reacts with F2 gives you NO2F plus F. Again NO2F reacts with F2 gives you NO2. Again NO2 reacts with F2 gives you NO2F plus it's not reactive. Only simple with this F it will react, so we will get NO2F. So here this is the first step, this is the second step, this is the slow step, means RDS, rate determining, and this is the fast step. Fine. So when you will add this, what you will get? 2NO2, this FF will get cancelled out, and you will get plus F2 gives you 2NO2F. So this is about the mechanism of this reaction. So first step is the rate determining step, that is RDS. So what is the molecularity from there? Means molecularity is 2, so it's a bimolecular reaction. It's a bimolecular reaction and it's of that second order. It's not first order, it's second order only. So here it is only 1. So here also just see molecularity and order, they are equal. Order is also 2, it's second order, and molecularity is also 2. So in this way you can say the mechanism, you can say it is not, if any other proposal, you can say any other mechanism can be possible, then you can say we can take that mechanism because it's only based on imagination, only based on the experimental evidence. Fine. So this is how you just write down the mechanism. But the thing is that what you should know about it, that what is the rate determining step, that is the slowest step which will determine the rate of the reaction. From that only you will come to know what is the order actually, and because this is based on experiment. Okay, and other steps we have proposed. So you can say only one is certain. That slowest step is a certain one, but the other reactions that the steps are there, that is the uncertain one. Okay, so this is only you can say a series of reactions or elementary processes which can result into a complete chemical reaction or the overall reaction. That is your mechanism of the reaction. Okay, so many examples are there. So you can practice on your own and try to find out which one is the rate determining step. If they have given one is slow, one is fast. So what is the mechanism of a reaction? A series of steps or elementary processes as to result into a overall reaction is known as mechanism of reaction. So this is all about molecularity and mechanism of the reaction. Then about order also, that we have seen order is an experimental quantity, molecularity is not an experimental quantity. And one more thing, that molecularity can be a whole number. It can always be a whole number. It cannot be zero, cannot be in fraction. But order can be in fraction as well as zero as well. Zero also. Fine. So this is all about the molecularity and mechanism. So in next class we will start with the new topic, that is integrated rate law equations. Fine. So till then, thank you.